Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell had a great year. Let me just pull up his stats real quick. He only played 11 games. He didn't get to 1,000 yards, averaged 4.7 yards per carry. And when he played, he got 18.8 attempts per game. He was a bell cow. 963 yards, 6 touchdowns. I mean, he was on the cusp of 1,000 yards. I think this year he's going to be bigger, faster, stronger in the second year. And the fact that they have Trey Lance is going to make his job way easier. I think this is a guy who could average more than 5 yards a carry and go for 1,200 yards and be a Pro Bowl, looked at as one of the top running backs in the NFC, which he probably already is.
I can see that. The one thing, and again, maybe you just can't, it's inevitable at the running back position, but he got to stay a little healthier.
True.
I mean, he was banged up a lot, and guys are going to play with nagging things. Right. But it just seemed like for him, and some of the things I was hearing, kind of behind the scenes, like he was the ribs issue that he was really fighting through. He had a knee issue that he was dealing with. And it's like, you go through that as a rookie where you're really banged up, fingers, whatever it was. I mean, he was dealing with something, it felt like every week. And it wasn't just like, little tight hammy. It was like, this dude is hurt.
Yeah.
and then Kyle was like, you know what? I don't care that you're hurt. We're still going to run you 27 times a game. So, he's going to have to figure out a way, maybe a better way to kind of take care of his body so he can take more of a pounding. But, as long as he can do that, if he plays all 17 games, or let's just say he plays 15 games, maybe he misses 2 random games, I think he's a 1,200-yard back for sure.
That's a good point. I feel like part of the reason he got hurt so much is the Niners early on in the season decided that a big part of their offense was just going to be running into 8-man boxes. Like they ran that dude into a brick wall over and over and over again when they probably would have done play action if they had Trey Lance. I just feel like the whole Trey Lance effect is going to space the field. Jimmy Garoppolo plays football on a miniature field, and everyone is he creates a phone booth on the field. Literally, Jimmy does. Yeah. And Trey Lance is going to blow up the phone booth, and everyone's going to have more space. I think the Niners are their yards per carry is going to go up. So whoever's carrying the ball.
Chris Sims alluded to that as well. Basically, after the Texans game, and this was somebody who wasn't high on Trey Lance like that.
Right.
He had him as his 6th quarterback in the class and then his 5th. And after he watched him against the Texans, he was like, man, I think they should roll with the kid. And he's like, your offense is more dangerous, but less risky with having a quarterback like Trey Lance. And he talked about just kind of what you're saying, having to play in a phone booth and how, everything is predicated on timing, throwing the ball right now in these little windows. And Jimmy can do it well, and when he's on over the middle, like, man, he's hitting those things. But when he's not, and it just makes it so much more difficult on your coordinator. So those are things you would assume that, the 49ers offense can kind of start to breathe a little bit